Man, this background music really gives me like very detective feels. Anyway, Super Auto Pets, it's Risley, let's give it a go. Ooh, we've got fancy hats this time and we're in a cave. That makes sense for both the pillbug and the cockroach, and some people would say that geese belong in cages, so cage, cave, that's about the same thing. Let's start out with front pillbug. Cockroach can do well in the early game, and honestly with more health, it's all the better, you know? And I feel like the goose is actually pretty good in this case scenario, just because we have enough health at least with just the cockroach. The enemy being weak and being able to hit less often before killing him actually might be pretty effective for the squad. I will take the second pillbug, and in fact I actually won't, because I forgot I don't actually get to buy anything this turn. Doesn't that suck? We shall be some witty robots. The best kinds, you know? There's so many classic witty robots. There's the Daleks, and that's honestly about it, you know? Of all the robots that are of the wittiest, that's as far as you get. You are better at only one thing: dying. Classic line, classic maneuver. Doctor Who fans out there, very classic. Okay, so now we will get the double pillbug maneuver going on. I do want honey, and we will have to choose one of these units, so I guess it's going to be a second cockroach. Even though, for the umpteenth time, the cockroach will not be staying for a long period of time. It's definitely like a first, I don't know, first 5 to 7 rounds maybe before you want to start getting it out. Give it an actively detracts from its own stats. I believe it might be the only unit that actually does that too, like each turn, as opposed to like maybe in battle. I know the new pug, it like detracts in battle, but not like outside. Not in the shop. Not in the shop, that'd just be so indecent. Indecent and rude, I would say. Wow, people are doing a lot of stuff. Okay, level 2, Goose. The Sturgeon Fist is really cool. The stats that it can give you are very radical. The only problem being that we don't have any trumpets. We don't have any cherries to make trumpets. And we don't have any units who summon things that make trumpets. So, not the best offer today. Now, he has basically done his job, so we will keep this mouse just for the future. This mouse will raise from the grave next turn. I say from the grave because he's a weak little baby man, and he's definitely gonna die. Oof, especially with, what, 2 dogs? Not even especially. Okay, B for the win. B, classic B. B with his little party hat, you know, he is ready. He pops out and he is ready for whatever hits him. He's always going to be disappointed though, because everything's going to be dead every time it happens. He awaits only death or loneliness. Eternal loneliness, how sad. Okay, so we are going to get a leveled up cockroach next turn, which some people would say, oh, that's super cool. I wish I could have a level 2 cockroach. Other people would say, that means almost nothing. Why do you still have a cockroach to begin with? And are you going to sell it immediately? Because exchanging it for gold is really the only use here. And I would say, well, these are all points. These are certainly all points. Set attack to current chop tier +2. So it'll set attack to 5, which you already were at, so why was that higher? Because I just leveled it, so it triggered its thing. Oh, because when I stacked it, it gained 1 attack. Okay, I was like so confused for a second. This makes sense. This is hard, because, right? In concept, the porcupine sounds great. Deals 6 damage back to the pet that hurts it. So it's like, oh, cool. So it's basically like a snake, but on itself sort of situation. The problem being that I feel like it just always dies. It could get some lettuce. It would be the only thing to get some lettuce, so I'm actually going to get rid of this guy. You can have that. A toad is always welcome in this household. A meat would be really good given how much attack we have right now. But a lettuce. 1, 2... Okay, so I guess the 2 units that we just got, this is basically like, what, 2 apples? That's not too bad. I mean, if I was going to have to spend the money anyway, we might as well get 2 apples out of it. And I realize now that the toad is definitely not in the opportune location. I specifically put it there because I wanted it to get the benefit from the pillbug. But if that actually like makes it less likely to use its ability, which I think it used it once there, so it was not a problem this time, but it could have been a problem. The pillbug doesn't even have to be in front. Because it has an ability that says be in front, my brain is always like, here it is. It only needs to be in front of the guys that matter. We could very easily do that. We're not gonna do that, but I just wanted to prove to you that it definitely was possible. We are not committing to you, Mr. Cockroach, so you are sadly going to have to just ignore the fact that that stuff existed. Now, am I gonna change out these intense stats, you know? Now, am I gonna change out these great stats just for the little boom of this penguin? Honestly, not really. Like, he's like, give 3 random friends +1 attack. I can see why it's a tier 2, because just, that's not even... It's not even good enough, honestly, for me to get rid of that. So you're just gonna get this cucumber. And if on this roll we got something cool, which we didn't, I could exchange it then, but I guess we're just gonna keep rolling and hope for something cool to happen. Have I adapted the order of my squad after complaining about it last time that I should not have put the frog so close to the front? No, I will not change it actually. It's very rude of you to bring it up. Obviously I was trying to avoid the question, and I really don't appreciate your attitude. Wow, you just gonna come in here and kill my porcupine like that? Oh, what? Weakness is so darn strong, man. That was ours to win. That was ours to win, I dare say it myself, I do. Now, would I get rid of a cockroach for a rooster? Yes, even if he's a little bit of a weak baby right now. And it's probably a little late for me to be committing to it. I don't need you anymore. But I will take this bird. I will in fact sell this bird, actually. Now, if I started a buffalo now, especially with this chocolate, which could possibly get it up to like level 2 pretty quickly, that wouldn't actually be that terrible of a concept. I'm just not feeling it right now. So instead we're going to do double porcupine all the way across the sky. We're going to exit this cave and go into this beachfront property. All the way. Okay, Pillbug, that sucked. Your Pillbug is not allowed to be so strong. They're running full like baby squad from the beginning of the game. You just stacked that bluebird so hard, my dudes. Come on now. A bit forceful. I would think that you need to calm down a little bit, honestly, there. You don't need to put that much effort in. I do like the ant, right? If only because I like attack. Although I realize, honestly, in the long run, health is definitely the more important of the two stats. Especially because it's so easy to give yourself attack just with food. And it's less easy to have, like, consistent health, you know? With just the addition of, like, tools and food and stuff. But this guy just sounds so nice. So does this guy. But I need this raven. You know what? I'm gonna save the raven. I was gonna say next turn I'll just replace the goose with it, but I guess actually if we sell the goose now, we could just have the raven on our squad for a turn, as well as this summon. Which, you know, this might not be, technically speaking, the best way to go about this, because I could just hold it until next turn and use that 1 gold to roll again. And rolling means something, but I feel like it's more useful for me. I personally had that preference. Can a rooster beat our squad? No. But can a parrot, which is going to summon a rooster, kill our squad? Yes. Second generation is always supposed to be improved, you know? It's not surprising that we were able to be so easily defeated by that guy. And you might think, you know, I should probably focus on the rooster, because he's definitely more of a run definer unit. But I actually think our eagle is probably going to be better for us in the long run, so I'm going to focus a little bit more on him and his leveling. For this, give 3 pets from the current or higher 5. Well, that's only the eagle, so we will roll once. I want all of these things, thank you very much. But what's the best thing to run twice? A double toad isn't going to do anything because it will affect the same unit. A porcupine double is not actually that great either. So I might as well just do this zebra play right off the bat, I guess? I mean, he gave my rooster something, so not completely bonkers. Another rooster. No, but their rooster is also just a baby rooster like mine. Wasn't really meant for greatness in this world. Aw, man. If I had actually been able to use the porcupine's ability right there, that would have actually been like a great use case for it. Just enough health to like nearly kill him, and then on the next day would have done it. That would have been amazing. Sadly, it was just another example of Porcupine's ability, like, never seeming to be able to be used. And we will go second Porcupine, and I guess we'll just stack it this time. This isn't really gonna help us very much at all, our little baby Porcupine on the side there. He's just a little side as a cheerleader, you know, he's kind of in the back of the squad. Not the exact back, because we didn't want him to have, like, any surprise attacks be focused on him. We kept him, like, in the middle as shown. This is the logical way to treat, you know, your new juniors as they're getting used to being in the battle. Into the 5x5 battle squad. We're doing it Naruto style, you know, we gotta have, like, a defensive position. There's gotta be a reason why everyone's in the front, back, and center. Even though in a realistic fight, why would anyone fight in a line like this? I am of the belief that more lemons is always tasty. Not this turn. By ability, we simply don't have one. And I don't think there's any great ones anyway, so it's not like we're going to get one that's any better. A melon? Oof, these are such good units. I will put this in this. Okay, but what actual people do we want? I like the wolf by default. The reindeer requires me to scale, and I have no scalers right now. And you know what? Now that I think about it, if you were to say to me, why have you not been winning all that much recently? It might be because I have no scalers. And honestly, on that note, are there even any scalers in this weekly? Maybe this weekly is just pretty dry, because I feel like no one really has all that much stats besides like pure basic food ads or something. Oh, we will run it one more time. I blame the lack of statistical gained animals, you know? Where is my monkey? Where is the bird of paradise? He's here, actually. Is he the only form we have right now? It's a pretty weak squad. Like, if you look at, like, yeah, tier 1. Good, bleh, good, good. That's pretty good. Good, bleh, good, good. Well, okay, tier 1's pretty fine. Tier 2, though, has, like, a lot of units that are unrecognized to me. So we will be the witty whales this turn. I mean, alliteration, acceleration, whatever the word is for it. I feel like the double pronunciation there, very lucky. We're going for numbers. We're going for hex on this turn. We're not going to be doing anything based off what the best units are, what the best tools are. We are in fact doing off what my witch senses are telling me. And they are saying rat and moth. If I had to choose some animals to represent the idea of somebody being a witch, I would say a rat and a moth. You know, those are both kind of in there. I will say that in terms of stats, right now, we have like none. None of our units are physically capable of living more than one hit. Which actually we almost got away with, specifically with that round, because their team was also pretty small. But man, that definitely, we could certainly be using more stats than this. Yak, literally nobody wants you, Yak. Like, you exist to be with the koala, and I have no respect for you otherwise. I will think that this moth may stay with us for an extended period of time. So I will actually give it a food. Combine these mice just to throw a hedgehog on here. I was considering giving someone a meat bone, but because we haven't found another bluebird, I don't think he's sticking around, and the mice obviously aren't, so probably be a little of a waste to buy the meat bone. We'll just get the croissant for now. Or the hedgehog, I mean. Instead of the croissant, we ordered a hedgehog. I think the difference in what those two foods are is quite great. I'm surprised that I accidentally did one over the other. Double hedgehog all the way? Okay. Consider this. 2 bees and 2 hedgehogs? Has the world ever seen such intense power before? Have you ever looked the eyes of terror directly into their centers and noticed that it was in fact 2 hedgehogs with a bee suit? Because I've looked into the eyes of terror at least 15 times, and that's what I've seen every time. I don't know what you're talking about. Man, sheep. Where did those sheep come from? Did he have sheep from the start, or did he just, like, spawn some? Okay. If you're gonna offer me the sheep right after us complaining about it, you're gonna make me feel bad if I actually want to take it. You're gone. This is an early buffalo. I cannot physically refuse it. It is against the law. So, as a result of that, we're gonna do really— ooh, this is a very large moth, I'd say. Oh, you know what? I actually was planning on buying that sheep because I do think it's really good in the early game, although I guess we're getting kind of later now. But I just kind of forgot. We had so much ample opportunity just to be like straight up leveling and getting those stats. Getting those hot gains that I just completely forgot about it. Oh. I kind of thought RB might be able to pull that one out, but at least he got something. He stopped them from doing, so that's pretty cool. You're gone. I would like you to get to level 2 very quickly, please. Thank you. That is a rooster. A rooster actually would work okay because our moths are offering us fake stats right now. The problem being that I actually, like, I want to do a buy sell just to get both of these triggers off on our buffalo, but I actually kind of want to keep the toad if I'm going to play it, so I guess I'm just going to ignore it. I mean, we're on 3, it's on 3. It is a useful unit, but I'm gonna pass this time. Okay, Toad, I don't mean to insult you. You know, you're very respected in the community of Super Auto Pets. Everyone loves you. The teams always have you. I've physically never won against a team that had a Toad. Don't fact check me on that. You won't know because I have burned all the evidence, but you can trust me when I say that it hasn't happened. Oh my god, he's replaced. They're teasing me. How much do I have to, firmly compliment this man for him to stop bothering me? I could do this leveling system. What would I gain from doing a leveling system? About nothing. I would like a unit that is good, please. Another moth. Alright, what are we getting here? 6, 3, 9, 14. This is a 14 plus 5. 19? That's... no, it's just a 14. Okay, I don't know how to do math, apparently. It's not even that good. I mean, I guess it could have killed their strong unit right then. Maybe we're not as far in the game as it feels like we are. Turn 8? I don't know. These stats do not particularly fill me with joy or anything like that. Gain gold works 3 times per battle. I keep thinking this might be cool. I guess I just don't know. See, before attack means that it has to attack, so it's not like you can get a bunch of fake triggers out of this. This just literally has to live long enough for it to actually go into effect. I just don't like it that much. I just don't want to keep it. So I gotta skip it. Maybe one day I'll come back to it and like try to use. I feel like that's the big boon of them having the achievement system. You know, you get like a little medal for every unit that you get to level 3 and every unit that you win at level 3 with. No, my bee! Oh, we're so lucky that that man only had a croissant and not his own bee. That the leveling system, I guess, once you get kind of, maybe if you get bored of the game, it gets too repetitive, then at least you have a new goal. And the new goal happens to force you to use pets that maybe you kind of read and feel like they're not good, you know? I feel like it definitely makes it a lot more incentive, at the very least. So these guys may totally combine, but I would like to buy something else first. So we're gonna give... I guess we'll give you a cheese for right now, if only to get you out of the way. We're not really buying that much food, so I don't think it's particularly useful. We will do the buy-sell with that man. And we will be getting the level 2 hedgehog, which is crazy, because I feel like I've seen more hedgehogs just recently than I've seen, like, literally forever. Like, I can count the number of hands on my body that equals to the number of times I've used a hedgehog. Man, that came out so wrong. 2. 2 is the answer. That is the number of hands on my body. No need to fact check me on that. Alright, well, that skunk was really sniffing at the coffin, you know, man. He sniffs of coffin, he smells like dead people, he was soon to be dead people, and he just kind of eked his way out of it. Trickster little man. I do want our rooster to actually be able to do something at some point, so we are going to put a little bit of stats in there. And normally I would think that I would want to focus, like, all of the leveling and stuff on the rooster, because he is so good. But I'm actually... if he levels, I have to move him back, and then he loses the benefits of the moth, which then makes him not very good. And you know what I'm thinking right now? Is that, yeah, even right now, he's only kind of good because he has the moth powering him up. But I don't really want to get rid of the skunk that we just got, and if I'm going to keep using my buffalo's ability, somebody has to go. One of you guys gotta get out of here, but which one, my dude? Because the moth... without the moth, the rooster is nothing. Without the rooster, the moth still gives somebody attack. It's just not very strong. You can have a melon while we're thinking about it. You know what? Call me crazy, but I think it was the way to go, you know? We had to get rid of that rooster. It was a definer which was not meant to this squad. We'll put you here just momentarily, because I want to get grapes in here just to see if we can't do a little bit more with this buffalo. I was thinking that I could put a moth up front just for its little bonus bit of attack, but I think that's honestly gonna do almost nothing. Like, I can't see the benefit of that of being so much larger, that why not just see this guy's stats, you know? The little happiness of watching that dude tick up. Maybe that's worth it. Maybe that's worth the space it will take up. Oh my goodness! Hedgehog! Hedgehog! And you thought it wasn't possible, and you thought there wouldn't be a day where Hedgehog actually did something useful. I proved them wrong, Mom. Everyone's telling me how cool I am because I proved them wrong. Okay, he only has one trigger left, so I can just move along until we find someone who's kind of cool. The gorilla is kind of cool. And he's about as cool as any of these other things, so on ya, Mr. Gorilla. It is time for you to fight. Oh, to be a simple gorilla in the mountains, brought upon a squad to fight an enemy squad, only to be immediately thrown away when he loses one fight. You would say he carried us to greatness, and we would let him say that, because how sad would it be if we just let him go on his day thinking that he was both useless and did nothing. Which literally is what he was, but we don't want to bring it up, that's very rude. Okay, is a crocodile worth getting rid of our moth? +9, and it's got a lemon? Oh, I want to put a snake in here though. But I also want to put a crocodile, and if we're going to put a crocodile and a snake, we have to get rid of one of you, and it's still not the skunk. I refuse. I think we're done on using this guy as a benefit to make him stronger. We're good with his current stats, because I kind of want to just keep whatever we're ending on here. You know, there's not a lot of stats in the game. You know what I should replace it with? 6 damage to all. Oh, it's such a better idea to replace it with the hedgehog, but I just kind of want to see this through. I want to see him give it all he's got. And I really am one for putting tools such as melon armor and lemon and stuff on Snake rather than like a pineapple, which increases its ability. If only because I don't want it to die. Yeah, like prior in rounds when they gave us like a 1-up as the special food, I put a 1-up on a snake any day because at least it'll actually be alive when we get into the nitty-gritty of the actual fight. Whoa, my dude! I had 0 expectations that we were gonna be alive at the end of that one. That there was so much stuff flying around the screen, and at no point did I think any of it was gonna work out for us. 'Tis a miracle. 'Tis a Christmas miracle. And you know what? We don't actually need the extra money that much. It might be good to toss the skunk something more useful than what he's currently utilizing. I don't really want to give anyone else a melon. There's not really any snipers right now, so no one's going to be able to kill him immediately, so we don't have to like give him a melon over just his lemon that he already has. That's fine. In which case, what are we looking for? Duplicate animals and stat boosting foods. But there aren't really any stat boosting foods. I think it's basically just tools right now and like carrots and stuff, which I'm not going to give anybody, so we're just looking for duplicates. Oh, we don't have enough. It's pretty lucky, honestly, that the snake did not happen to hit that Sabertooth at any point before getting up there, but it's very sad that it existed. This man thought that he could have 2 different strong units on his team at the same time. That is, like, literally unfair of him. Broccoli? Not worth. We are looking for duplicates. It is the only thing I accept in this world. The only thing I accept is another crocodile and another snake. And also a better snake. And also the ability to copy my buffalo and then have 2 of them. Whoa, you had a lot of snipes. A level 3 crocodile? That is too strong for my home. Oh, that's so close! Ah! Was that our last health? Oh my god. If that had been our last health, that was the closest battle I have ever seen in my entire young life. In my entire professional career as someone who is in fact alive and trying their best, that was one of the craziest fights I ever did saw. Boom, spaceship, boom, spaceship. Alright. Can we defeat them with our very adorable train conductor hats? These train conductor hats are very rare. You barely ever see them. They were a charity event that only existed for about a week when the game first came out. So there was almost nobody there at that point, because the game had actually not quite come out yet. It was only the friends of the makers. And they were there for that charity event, and they raised $3. And you got this conductor hat if you were one of the people who donated, of which there was 1 person. Me. Bum 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 bum. Did we win the last round? You bet we did, baby! Do I think it made logical sense that we won the last round? I will take anything that is given to me. If you have a positive thing which a person might like and it is handed to me, I will accept this. I know, it's really shocking, isn't it? Okay, that Stonk's ability really had to carry us a little harder than it did right there. I don't think we're capable of the rest of this team. I mean, no, yeah, okay. Oh, he only had 13 health left. We got a lot closer with that than that little battle thought it was going to turn out. 8 wins? 8 wins. I realize my face is blocking one of our little trophies. We got, in fact, 8 wins, which is pretty good, I would say. Not the worst. Anyway, that was a good game. Check you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!